Hello, welcome back to another development vlog. Actually, sorry. Do you want me to introduce you, or do you want to?
That's fine. Yeah, I'm Matt. I'm the environment artist and texture artist.
So we've got the both Matts. Normally it's quite confusing in the company, but you just yell Matt and then you get like two people perking up. But so literally today I kind of just wanted to sit Matt down, and obviously with Super Streetscape, the city is quite an important part. You're skating through, which with any city, I think you come with a lot of buildings, and as you sort of like I sort of fly through the sort of city now, you can sort of see just the sheer amount of buildings and different textures. So I just wanted to borrow a few moments of Matt's time just so he can talk about the process. But yeah, so basically we went through like a few different processes, because originally we sort of had it where a lot of the windows and stuff like that were part of a separate model. But now it's sort of all one model with like sort of a blank texture sheet applied, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. It used to be quite modular. So as Matt said, it used to be that the models come in different parts. So the windows would have their own texture sheets, the doors, the aircon units, etc., etc. But we found that that was just taking up too much. Well, the memory was just filling up with too many textures, basically.
Yeah.
So what we tried to do was put them all onto one sheet, which obviously it's cons of that is that you're going to get not as much texture fidelity as you'll see in a lot of the buildings, but it kind of works with the toon shader, so it's not too bad.
Yeah, like I said, a lot of the sort of character models and other things in the world are sort of like going for that sort of block color, but I think we kind of get away with a fair bit of like detail in all the models just simply because of like what the normals do. So going into a little bit of how basically each building has like minimum like 3 textures each, don't they?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, basically to try and cut down the modelling process, we've, rather than design about 100 different buildings, we've just done alternate textures for the same building, 3 or 4 on each building. As you'll see there's bricks, there's some concrete.
Well, yeah, so like here right now is like a perfect example, because we've got like 3 different buildings. Well, technically they're all the same building, but 3 different textures, and it completely changes.
Yeah, well, yeah, it kind of works, but there are, obviously we've updated it since this, and it kind of works a little bit better with the newer buildings. But this is just because they're using the old modular design. So, but yeah, it kind of works, and you can sort of see why.
Yeah. Just for those people who are sort of like interested in stuff like that in the actual process, obviously we actually just so talk about like, let's just take any building in particular, just the process of from start to finish.
Okay, so this building, for example, you just right now we're just using the 2K texture maps, and what you do is obviously unwrap it first, get the UVs all knied out nice and evenly, because you don't want no stretching.
No.
And once you're in there, just take it into Substance Painter, which is amazing, by the way. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
And from there, you can just paint on different values all simultaneously. So, for example, you get your bump, your height, your diffuse, specular, etc., all painting on at the same time. So it really does speed up the texturing process with a program like that.
And I guess it sort of works a little similar to Photoshop in the way that you can sort of do layers. So
Yeah.
like there, I was kind of staring a fair bit at like all the dirt sort of thing.
Yeah, quite too much dirt in my opinion. But it's really similar to Photoshop, just a lot more efficient.
Things like this, overlapping UVs, it does work. Like obviously, if with like a simpler Windows and stuff.
You just want to try and maybe overlap 2 or 3 times,
Yeah.
and get some variation there, which is obviously what's happened with the newer buildings.
Yeah, but no, obviously, like, I can imagine you being quite chuffed with how some of the buildings have turned out. I know when you sort of show me some of the work in process and stuff like that, I was always a bit quite impressed by the process of it all and stuff like that.
Yeah, quite happy.
Yeah.
More happy now. Well, I'd love to go over a lot of these buildings, but yeah,
I think
quite happy overall.
I think when we get a chance, if we ever do like another one of these sit downs, we'll go through Chinatown, which is like another area that sort of it's fully done now, isn't it?
Be good to show the progression.
Yeah. So this is the first time I've managed to grab Matt for a talk. I thought I would talk about some of the beginning work, and we can see the development.
Yeah, LODs just not popping in.
Yeah, no. This at the moment we're doing this in like a sort of like a special, somewhat debug mode-y sort of thing, so I can fly around with the camera. That's why I have a health bar but no body. So that's why the LEDs are not really having a fun time, because it's based off the player and whatnot. But yeah, so there's another sort of a small behind the scenes look. Thanks again for taking the time to sit down with me, Matt, and all that.
No problem, anytime.
Yeah, and as always, be sure to like, favorite, subscribe. Keep an eye on our website, Twitter, and Facebook for more updates and stuff like that. And yeah, see you guys next week. Bye.